And a good Wednesday morning to you. A flood emergency playing out in the south overnight.
And that dangerous heat, it is not over yet. It's July 15th. This is today. State of disaster. Torrential downpours leading to widespread flooding in Texas this morning. Roads shut down, drivers trapped in cars. The rain still falling this morning, while dangerous triple-digit heat spreads across the country, set to shatter more records today, and Al is tracking it all. Breaking overnight, desperate search. Crews racing to find at least 3 people still missing after a boat suddenly capsizes near Alcatraz Island.
Was rough seas, and apparently the vessel began to take on water.
The conditions making that rescue attempt even more challenging now. We will have the very latest from the scene. Exploding outbreak. That major stomach bug potentially linked to tainted lettuce spreading fast. Cases now in at least 34 states, and health officials warn this could last through summer. We'll have everything you need to know. Fight of his life. Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger, the legendary pilot behind the Miracle on the Hudson, reveals he has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Just ahead, his powerful and inspiring message, his prognosis now, and the well wishes pouring in. All that, plus love is in the air. Fans call them Brinity, and this morning, Bryce and Trinity, the winning couple from the blockbuster hit Love Island USA, are with us live in their first interview since being crowned.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Greg Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Today. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning. If you had France going all the way in your bracket, is that a thing? Is there,
yeah.
There it is? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not an upset because Spain is #1 in the seeding, but it was kind of an upset.
It was. I mean, France had played so well the entire tournament, and of course, Mbappe. But no, yesterday they kind of looked like an ordinary team.
Yeah, well, today it's Argentina versus England, and we see who will be the other half of the final on Sunday. A lot of fans will be watching that match right outside our window. The World Cup continues to take over Rock Center, Rockefeller Plaza this morning. Yes, that is a Lego World Cup trophy. And let's hope they stay hydrated. Temperature here in New York set to hit around 100 degrees, and Craig, it is a wet heat.
Yes, it has been for days now. It's all part of a system that's putting nearly 120 million under heat alerts today, with record highs expected from the Midwest to here on the East Coast.
Meanwhile, in Texas, a serious situation. Another night of heavy rain. It has triggered more dangerous flooding, powerful waters overtaking roads, forcing rescues there.
Meanwhile, out west, we've got our eyes on this massive wildfire in Utah. There are new concerns this morning that smoke from Canadian fires could impact air quality for a huge swath of the northern U.S.
So we've got a lot to cover this morning, including, of course, Al's full forecast. He's standing by, but let's get right to NBC's Ryan Chandler in hard-hit Uvalde, Texas this morning. Ryan, good morning.
Well, Savannah, good morning. You see the danger that so many Texans are waking up to this morning. I want to show you, this is the Leona River running right through the heart of Uvalde. And you see already this morning it is exploding out of its banks, creating some life-threatening conditions on this crossing. We have seen so many areas with these treacherous travel conditions traveling all up and down this storm zone over the last 24 hours, and there could be only more danger still ahead.
Overnight, relentless rainfall across a wide stretch of Texas. The intense downpours increasing the risk for life-threatening flash flooding. The governor declaring a state of disaster in 59 counties Tuesday, as many roads were overtaken by powerful rushing water. The Texas game warden rescuing passengers trapped in fast-moving water, inundating this road outside Uvalde, just before their car was swept away.
These flash floods can happen quickly.
Once again, torrential rains back in the Texas Hill Country, just 1 year after the tragic and deadly flooding killed so many along the Guadalupe River and at Camp Mystic. Cars trying to navigate wet, muddy roads that look more like rivers. And farmland completely submerged.
What are the greatest dangers that the people here are facing?
Right now, it's just the low water crossings. They're traveling at night and quickly come up on a low water crossing before they realize they're in it. They're swept off.
As much as a foot of rain has fallen in some areas, with even more expected. Meanwhile, 117 million people are now under heat alerts. The summer swelter producing stifling conditions that feel like triple-digit temperatures across a wide swath of the country. In Massachusetts, dozens of beaches that would normally provide relief closed because of elevated bacteria levels in the water. The upper Midwest and Northeast are also dealing with smoke drifting down from hundreds of Canadian wildfires. While in Utah, more than 165 square miles are burning.
And right now, that storm system is battering the area north of us, the Texas Hill Country and the Kerrville area, currently seeing very heavy rain. And with that being north of us, it is heading south to here. We only expect this river to rise. Savannah.
And bringing back so many sad memories from last summer. Ryan, thank you very much.
All that flooding, all that rain, all that heat, keeping Mr. Roker very busy on a Wednesday morning. He's here with a first check of that forecast. Al, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good morning to you. Yeah, everybody in the climate unit really working overtime. Well, you can see what Ryan was talking about there in Kerrville. You can see the heavy showers and thunderstorms. In fact, they're under a flash flood warning right now. 5 million people for Texas under the flood watches, flood warnings. So we're going to be looking for that rain to continue over the next 24 hours at least. Life-threatening flooding likely from Del Rio, San Antonio, Ozana, but still much of Texas under that risk. Where rainfall amounts we could see on top of what's already fallen, some places already getting a foot of rain, they could see another locally 10 inches of rain before it's all over. Now, the heat. Here's what we're dealing with. We've got that heat dome, but it's now elongated, stretching from the plains all the way to the mid-Atlantic states. This heat dome will stretch there, but there is relief. This cold front coming down from Canada over the next several days. So behind the front, you're going to see temperatures start to moderate. But in the meantime, records from Blacksburg, Baltimore, Islip, Mansfield, Ohio. We expect, though, as the front comes down, it's going to bring a little bit of relief. You see the heat indexes behind the front are close to the air temperature, but still triple digits for New York, Detroit, Chicago today. Then it continues on tomorrow. Again, a little bit of that sweet heat relief, but still awfully warm down through the parts of the southeast. And then we've also got these wildfires, air quality alerts stretching from Minnesota all the way down into the northeast and the mid-Atlantic states. Two things going to happen with the smoke: periods of visibility, air quality issues, and it may, if there is any relief, that may actually help depress temperatures because of those hazy conditions don't allow the heating of the sun to take much effect. But it's still, the detriments far outweigh the opportunities, guys.
A lot on your plate this morning, Al. Thank you. Also breaking overnight, that desperate search playing out off the coast of San Francisco. A boat capsized near Alcatraz Island. At least 3 passengers still missing at this hour. NBC's Liz Coit's following that story for us. Liz, good morning.
Hi, Savannah. Good morning to you. Officials say this all happened on a 3-deck recreational boat that was between the Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz Island, home to the infamous prison. They say it took off from a popular San Francisco yacht club and that it's believed the group was on the boat for a memorial service.
It looks like multiple people are in the water.
This morning, marine rescue teams scouring the San Francisco Bay for 3 missing people after a 50-foot boat carrying 20 adults capsized Tuesday afternoon near Alcatraz Island.
They were hit by a wave or took on water, and the boat capsized.
According to officials, 1 man has died and 3 other passengers were hospitalized after falling into the water. A dog was also on board and did not survive.
We have 13 who are not injured.
In video from the scene, you can see the top of the cabin cruiser before the boat becomes fully submerged in the water. Debris also appearing to float to the water's surface.
As soon as people were hitting the water, we were just trying to pick them up as fast as we can. Some people didn't even have life vests on.
Now, a desperate search with assistance from the Coast Guard and nearby Oakland Police Department.
Our understanding was there was some kind of memorial service that they were engaging in. That's why they were using this particular vessel.
Authorities say the 3-deck vessel launched from the St. Francis Yacht Club and that the incident was initially called in as a fire, but there's no evidence yet of a blaze on board.
These search efforts are going to be ongoing throughout the night, providing surface coverage and air coverage.
Dive teams and rescue units are now in a race against time as investigators work to determine what caused the boat to go down.
This is an all hands on deck search and hopefully rescue.
Now, officials have not released the identity of the man who died. They did say they don't believe there were any children on board, and they added that all of the people injured are now in stable condition. They say the rough waters on the bay is part of what's making the search so challenging right now, Savannah.
All right, Liz Coates, thank you.
All right, from that breaking news in California to some breaking news here in the war with Iran. The U.S. launching new strikes just this morning, and oil prices are climbing even higher after President Trump reinstated a blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. NBC's chief international correspondent Keir Simmons joins us from the region with the very latest on all of it. Keir, good morning.
Hey, Craig, good morning to you. And from across the water from here in Iran, we are hearing reports now of fresh explosions as U.S. Central Command says it has launched a new wave of strikes as of 6 a.m. Eastern this morning. This is the language CENTCOM is using. The strikes are designed to further degrade military capabilities Iranian forces have used to attack commercial shipping. Craig, Axios now reporting, citing 3 sources with knowledge that President Trump held a situation room meeting Tuesday to consider a major new offensive against Iran. And in an interview, President Trump threatening to target Iranian civilian infrastructure, including energy targets, unless Iran agrees to negotiate. It is against the Geneva Convention, Craig, to target infrastructure considered essential for civilians. Meanwhile, on the Iranian side, Iran releasing images it says shows it hitting targets in Jordan and Kuwait, and even saying that it managed to strike U.S. aircraft. Of course, NBC News cannot verify those images, and Iran does have a track record of making claims that turn out not to be true. But, Craig, everything happening here now is having a real impact again back home. So gas prices are now at $3.89 a gallon. That's up from $3.79 a week, $9 a gallon a week ago. Craig, experts saying that price could cross the $4 a gallon price in the coming weeks, as it just did a month ago, Craig.
Our chief international correspondent, Keir Simmons, for us. Keir, thank you.
Also this morning, the Department of Homeland Security is making changes in the wake of 2 fatal ICE-involved shootings in less than a week. Officials now instructing agents to suspend most vehicle stops as these investigations move forward. NBC's Aaron McLaughlin on the scene in Biddeford, Maine for us this morning. Hi, Aaron. Good morning.
Savannah, good morning. Eyewitnesses say this is where they saw the body of 25-year-old Johann Sebastian Duran Guerrero being pulled from the vehicle. Now there's this makeshift memorial to remember the father of a 3-year-old girl. It's growing by the day, as is the outrage over his death.
This morning, ICE making a major change in tactics in the wake of 2 deadly shootings. The agency ordering a temporary nationwide mandate to all officers to stop targeting immigrants in vehicles. Border Czar Tom Homan insisting it won't impact larger operations.
I hear a lot of noise right now. This is going to affect ICE arrests, and it's not going to.
The pause coming after 2 separate ICE-involved shooting deaths in less than a week. A senior DHS official tells NBC News ICE is evaluating the incidents to determine what additional training is needed to reduce the negative outcomes we are seeing. Officials say neither man, one killed in Texas, the other in Maine, was the target of an ICE operation. Both cases raising new questions about the recent push for record numbers of arrests.
Last month, ICE had the highest numbers of arrests in the history of the agency.
And sparking outrage across the country. The order comes after Monday's fatal shooting in Biddeford, Maine. The Colombian embassy identifying the man shot to death by an ICE agent as 25-year-old Johann Sebastian Duran Guerrero, who DHS confirmed was authorized to work in the U.S. According to a GoFundMe page started by his family, Guerrero was a married father of a 3-year-old girl. A relative tells NBC News they are devastated. His sister calling for justice. Resident Cecilia Humiston says shortly after he was killed, she saw Guerrero's family, including his little girl, gathered just yards away from his body.
I had seen like a middle-aged woman with them, and she was yelling at the officers, and she was like, you took her dad, you took her dad.
New video shows the car he was driving moving in circles, then later struck by another vehicle. This video capturing the moment ICE agents pulled a limp body from the car. A senior DHS official with knowledge of the incident told NBC News the man killed matched the physical description of a target and was exiting a residence associated with the target. A statement released by ICE on Monday said the agent opened fire fearing for public safety after the vehicle attempted to flee.
It's a shameful episode in our country's history.
And we just heard from President Trump posting on Truth Social saying, quote, we cannot give up ICE officers conducting traffic stops, adding, quote, it won't happen on my watch. Savannah.
All right, Aaron, thank you.
We've got more news to get to here, including the latest on that stomach-churning cyclospora outbreak that is now spread across 34 states. And the CDC is anticipating cases with very unpleasant symptoms will continue to grow. NBC's Ann Thompson here in the studio with the latest on the outbreak. Ann, good morning.
Good morning, Craig. Michigan has more cases than any other state, with 3,000 and counting. We spoke with the state's top doctor, who is pointing at lettuce, at least initially, and other leafy greens as the potential culprit, although federal health officials have not yet confirmed a specific food item as the source of this outbreak.
This morning, growing concerns over a multi-state outbreak of cyclosporiasis, the parasitic foodborne illness that can cause weeks of severe diarrhea and misery. The CDC identifying cases in 34 states with nearly 7,000 reports nationwide. The health agency is anticipating cases will increase possibly through August. The number of infections skyrocketing in Michigan, with more than 3,000 cases. Federal officials say Michigan is one of 4 Midwestern states where cases could be linked. The state's top doctor says there is initial evidence pointing to lettuce as the main culprit.
We've interviewed about 1,000 out of the 3,000 cases we have so far. Lettuce seems to be an ongoing exposure for those who've been impacted.
While the FDA is tracing the parasite back to multiple produce items and locations, the Washington Post reports federal and state officials are also investigating Taco Bell, the fast food chain voluntarily removing a number of ingredients at select restaurants, calling health and safety its top priority. Natalie Webb lives in Michigan and says she is still recovering from contracting the parasite last week.
I immediately just went to urgent care, and that is when they told me what I already knew, is that I had what I call the parasite, produce parasite.
She calls her experience traumatic and uncontrollable.
But I don't ever want to have to experience anything like that again.
Many questions still remain this morning while health officials urgently search for the source of the stomach-churning outbreak.
Symptoms of cyclosporiasis can vary and usually begin about a week or maybe 2 after becoming infected. The CDC says without treatment, symptoms can last anywhere from a few days to a month or even longer. It's really nasty.
It really, really is.
Yeah, so wash your produce. That's the most important thing. Don't eat salad that comes out of a bag.
I know.
And wash your hands before you do it with soap and water.
Or just go all carbs. That's what I take away.
French fries for everyone.
Exactly.
Kids have been doing it for years.
All right, well, this is the debate that has been raging on for decades, whether or not to keep changing our clocks twice a year. Well, guess what? Lawmakers are weighing in again. The House yesterday overwhelmingly passed a bill that would make daylight saving time permanent. This measure is known as the Sunshine Protection Act. If it becomes law, clocks would stay where they are right now forever, year-round. The bill now heads to the Senate, where it faces an uncertain future. President Trump has previously stated that he does support the bill.
We don't usually weed in the politics around these parts, but senators, pass the bill.
I mean, honestly.
Pass the sunshine.
Well, you know, and I am from Arizona.
I know.
And we don't observe daylight saving.
I know.
I find the whole thing so confusing.
And many people have for a long time.
Well, the time has come. What do you say, Al?
I say absolutely. And given that most of those senators either are my age or older, take a nap and vote on it, okay? Pass it, okay? Come on, okay? And then you can all go have a warm glass of milk. We're looking at record highs here in the mid-Atlantic states. Again, temperatures will start to moderate behind that front. Flooding continuing, unfortunately, to Texas. Sunshine along the west coast. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
We will start this half hour with a headline-making announcement from a beloved American hero. Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger has shared that he has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. NBC's senior national correspondent Kate Snow is here with more on this and his inspiring message. Hi, Kate. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So we think, all of us, about the miracle on the Hudson. We remember when a U.S. Airways flight made an emergency landing on the Hudson River right here in New York City, and all 155 on board were saved. Captain Sullenberger was celebrated for his courage that day more than 15 years ago. Well, now he's drawing on that same courage to face a new challenge.
A hero in the skies, now facing a new battle on the ground. Captain Chesley Sullenberger, known as Captain Sully, the pilot who famously landed Flight 1549 safely on the Hudson River, has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. In a statement sharing it is early stage, adding, "A name may not come easily to me. I forget a story I've recently told, or I don't sleep as well. Though it may impact my memory of the past," he writes, "this diagnosis will not prevent me from looking forward to and appreciating our future."
Hit birds who lost trust and focus.
It was January 2009. The U.S. Airways flight had just taken off from New York's LaGuardia Airport when a bird strike severely damaged the plane's engines, forcing that emergency landing on a chilly Hudson River.
Many people sitting in some small life rafts.
Captain Sullenberger and his crew were credited for saving all 155 people on board. He told Craig on the 15th anniversary of the miracle on the Hudson.
I went through the airplane from front to back twice just to make doubly sure that there was no one left behind.
Captain Sully retired from flying in 2010, shifting his focus to flight safety and writing 2 books, one of which was adapted into the 2016 film Sully, with Oscar-winning actor Tom Hanks starring in the lead role.
This is the captain. Brace for impact.
After devoting 7 years of service in the Air Force and 30 more as a commercial pilot, Captain Sullenberger continued working as an advocate across the aviation industry. He now joins more than 7 million Americans living with Alzheimer's, a recent report saying that number could nearly double by 2060. Captain Sully insists he'll use his voice to serve a different purpose, writing, "It is my hope that by sharing this, other families living in the shadows with this disease will feel they too can step forward."
In an exclusive interview with People magazine, Captain Sully revealed that he was diagnosed last August. His wife, Lori, says he has been unflappable and focused, saying that strength and steadiness is guiding them all as a family. Later this year, guys, in September, Captain Sullenberger will be inducted into the National Aviation Hall of Fame, just another testament to his legacy in that industry.
You know, I remember a few years ago when I got to spend some time with him, one of the things that stood out was this American hero title. And he was like, people have been saying that for years. I'm not a hero.
Right.
I just did my job that day. That's what they trained us to do. And you're right, his message will inspire the millions who have Alzheimer's and their caretakers as well.
I think just speaking about it out loud is important.
Well, there are all kinds of courage. He showed so much courage that day, and this is courageous as well. Kate, thank you. Appreciate it.
We've got much more ahead here, including, of course, the World Cup. Spain storming into the final, and today, we will find out who will join them. That historic clash between fierce rivals, England and Lionel Messi-led Argentina. They really don't like each other. Jesse Kirsch live in Atlanta to get us ready right after this. Hey, Jesse. All right, welcome back. JVH is joining the fun. She brought along a little booze.
I did, you guys. Sometimes no one knows you better than your own kids, and a viral video is proving that to be all true. It started when a family was seated at a different table than their usual at their favorite restaurant. Her children predicted what their mom would say when she noticed. Watch their impressions, and then mom's reaction.
Oh, this is so nice. Do you guys like this table? We can move tables, so I just want to move tables. Oh, this is nice. This is kind of nice. You're the best one.
Is that mom speak for that's the
That's mom speak for, oh, this isn't where we usually sit. Oh,
well, she hit
a new table.
They nailed it, though. They know their mom.
They know their mom.
All right, guys, we got a packed pop star coming up. Plus, what's next for the newest winners of Love Island USA? Trinity and Bryce. We're about to find out because they're going to join us for an exclusive live
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, severe weather, intense downpours in Texas overnight.
These flash floods can happen quickly.
Roads overtaken by rushing water with even more rain on the way, while millions are waking up to another day of extreme heat. Al's got your full forecast. Then, summer of love.
No, I cry right now.
No, me too, literally. 2026 Love Island USA winners. Join us for a live chat about their time inside the villa and their next chapter. All that plus the Odyssey stars Lupita Nyong'o and John Bernthal live in Studio 1A.
No one could stand between me and home.
Our exclusive sneak peek at the new Cat's Eye doc.
How did we get to this point so quickly?
And guess who's getting another reboot? It's all ahead today, Wednesday, July 15th, 2026.
Celebrating our 7th anniversary.
Girls trip from West Virginia.
Visiting from St. Louis, Missouri.
Madison, Alabama.
Lexington, Kentucky.
San Francisco, California.
And Espanola, New Mexico. Say hi to my sister in Middletown, Ohio.
Shout out to all my teacher friends in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
First time in New York City.
From Beloit, Wisconsin.
Good morning, everybody. Pretty day out there. Sun shining. A lot of folks out on the plaza on a Wednesday morning. A lot of folks going to the Bon Jovi show.
They have been.
Yesterday, there were like 6 signs out there.
And there were signs the day after.
Little mini residency at MSG right
It's
now.
a good thing these fans are out here pretty early because it's going to be hot in New York City.
Might be the hottest day yet. We'll get into Al in just a bit, but we will start with this severe weather impacting tens of millions across the country, including torrential downpours in Texas, widespread flooding. Shuts down roads, leaves drivers trapped in their cars elsewhere. As Craig mentioned, it's extreme heat. More than 117 million people battling triple-digit temperatures. Al, keeping a close eye on all of it. Good morning.
Hey, guys, we're really worried about the rivers and their rapid rise that's going on with all this heavy rain. So we do have flood watches and flash flood warnings right now. Kerrville, we also just to the east of Del Rio, Texas, 5 million people impacted by this. And you can see we've got a really extreme risk for flooding from Ozona, Del Rio, out towards San Antonio. But much of Texas has a flood risk right now, and that's because we're looking for anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of rain, some places as much as 10 inches. That heat dome is really elongated, stretching from the mid-Atlantic all the way into the plains, and it is going to continue to cause that heat and that humidity. But there is relief coming with this cooler Canadian air. We're looking for record highs today into tomorrow from Islip, New York, Blacksburg, Mansfield, Ohio, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Heat indexes triple digits, but behind the front, you can see those heat indexes kind of match their air temperatures, so that's some relief coming in. And then you can see again, Syracuse, Philadelphia, Boston, while hot, not as bad as it is down in Charleston, Knoxville, Raleigh, out to Louisville and St. Louis with heat indexes in triple digits. And you'd see temperatures fairly moderate in the Northeast, but then you get back down to the Southeast, those temperatures awfully hot. Air quality alerts stretching from Minnesota down into the Delmarva Peninsula with this wildfire smoke coming in from Canada. Air quality issues, but if there's any good news, it will depress some of those temperatures because of that cloud cover, in a sense, from the smoke. Guys?
Al, thank you. We'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, we turn now to the latest on that wildfire burning in the Fontainebleau forest near Paris. 2 teenagers have been arrested on suspicion of starting the blaze that sparked widespread evacuations there. NBC's Danielle Hamamjian there for us with the very latest in the forest. Danielle, good morning.
Good morning, Craig. Yeah, I'm on the outskirts of the Fontainebleau forest, which has been called in the past a jewel of biodiversity. Look at it now. I mean, the greenery is mostly gone. The fire is out, but you can certainly still smell the smoke. We were here just a few weeks ago, Craig, talking to you about this record-breaking heat wave. Well, it left parts of the continent and this country very dry, parched, vulnerable, and it triggered the early start to wildfire season. And we're used to wildfires in the south of France, but this is a first. The first time they've had to use those water bombers so close to the French capital. We are 40 miles southeast of Paris. And we've seen those firefighter planes scoop up water over and over again, dropping them on parts of this forest that is so popular with hikers and campers. Millions of people come here every year. It also surrounds one of the most famous royal palaces in the country, Le Château de Fontainebleau. Now, the fires have spread quickly, yes, because of the heat, because of the wind. But as you say, Craig, officials also believe that this was deliberate. They've arrested a number of individuals, among them one volunteer firefighter, incredibly, who is reportedly said that he set the fire to twigs with a lighter and gasoline. Another suspect admitted to accidentally starting the fire when he threw away his cigarette. Now, the fires in this forest have been contained, but officials say it'll take days before they're fully extinguished. Craig? All
right, Danielle Hamamdjian for us there in Paris. Danielle, thank you.
We want to turn now to today. High-stakes confirmation hearing on Capitol Hill. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, the president's picked to lead the Justice Department, expected to be grilled by lawmakers. Also, he's facing a fierce campaign to block his nomination from survivors of Jeffrey Epstein. NBC's senior Washington correspondent Hallie Jackson with the details and what's ahead today. Hallie, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning to you. We have learned Todd Blanche is expected to tell senators today that he is in front of them to earn their trust again for the top job at the DOJ in what should be a combative confirmation hearing. And for him, a make-or-break moment.
The biggest test yet today for President Trump's former personal attorney, Todd Blanche, now tapped to lead the Justice Department. Blanche, right now the acting AG, set to face heated questions at his confirmation hearing. Facing criticism from Democrats, he's doing President Trump's bidding by going after political rivals.
Todd Blanche has shown that he's going to be Donald Trump's personal consigliere, his mob lawyer.
Blanche also getting heat, including from some Republicans, about a controversial IRS lawsuit and that $1.8 billion so-called weaponization fund, since scuttled.
The 1776 fund has to be certainly and completely ended for me to feel comfortable with moving forward.
A federal judge just this week slamming Blanche, saying the court is extremely troubled by his congressional testimony back in May on this issue. Blanche is now telling one Democrat behind closed doors, "I made a mistake with the fund," according to Senator Dick Durbin. Blanche represented President Trump in a 2024 New York trial in which Mr. Trump was found guilty of falsifying records to conceal money paid to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Blanche, later joining the Justice Department, tapped to lead it in April after the ousting of the last Attorney General, Pam Bondi. But as her deputy, Blanche came under fire for the handling of the Jeffrey Epstein documents.
I'm not sure where the complaints are from Congress that we need to do more, because we've done more than in any other case in the history of this country.
Many abuse survivors furious to see some private information unredacted.
Todd Blanche failed us. He failed victims everywhere.
Now, some of them appearing in a new PSA urging the Senate to block Blanche's confirmation.
The way that we've seen the DOJ handle this case so far is concerning not only to us as victims of this crime, but it should be concerning to Americans everywhere.
And we expect to see some survivors at the Capitol today. The DOJ has said it worked around the clock to address victim concerns. As for Blanche's hearing, at least 2 Republicans on the Judiciary Committee have signaled concerns about certain issues. It would only take 1 Republican no vote in this committee to block Blanche from moving forward. Although you got to remember, he's already been confirmed once by this group for his current job. Savannah?
Hallie Jackson, thank you very much.
To Major League Baseball now, where the best players in the world took the field last night in Philadelphia. It was the 2026 All-Star Game, and the American League took a 3-0 lead in the first inning. That's all they would need, because the National League was held scoreless. In fact, They actually only managed 3 hits the entire game. The AL would add another run in the 8th on a Miguel Vargas home run there. The final 4-0. It's the first All-Star game shutout since 2013. The American League continues to dominate the Midsummer Classic. They've won 11 of the last 13. And Philly fans last night doing what Philly fans do because, you know, Philly proud of the National League. A lot of booing in Philadelphia last night.
That's how we do.
Yes.
I'm so impressed you know all that. I only have room for one sport at a time, so I'm full of soccer facts.
Yes.
Football, but you can contain it all. It's very impressive.
Oh, thank you, Savannah.
What do you think, Cars?
Well, I think that's great news. I mean, that's wonderful. He's a very talented young man.
Oh, I was talking about the American League. You're not a fan of the league.
No, I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm a golfer. Guys, coming up in Pop Star, big news. Speaking of sports, from the world of gymnastics, 6-time Olympic medalist Suni Lee says she is eyeing a comeback. We're going to hear from her coming up.
All right. Plus,
not only do you know about sports, you've been watching Love Island.
I have. I'm excited because here they are, Brinity, the newest winners of Love Island USA. Bryce and Trinity, they are with us for their very first interview since leaving the villa. They're back in the real world. We'll talk to him right after this. First, these messages.
The winners of Love Island USA 2026 are...
And the crowd went wild. We are back with that exciting end to one of the summer's hottest shows, Love Island USA, Season 8 of the reality dating series, following young singles who put their connections to the test at a stunning villa in Fiji, filled with all the racy challenges and all the drama that we've come to expect. And this morning, those newly crowned winners, Trinity Tatum and Bryce Detloff, Brinity, as the fans have dubbed them, they are back in L.A. They're joining us now for their first interview since that finale. Trinity, good morning. Brinity, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are we doing?
I know you've just been outside the villa, back in the real world for a few hours, but how has it been so far?
It's been pretty crazy, honestly. I mean, we were just in Fiji like less than 20 hours ago. So like coming back in, it's just like, 50 days without our phones, without any like access to the outside world. It's been like unreal to see like everyone's responses and like, I don't know, it's like, it's a little overwhelming to be honest.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. Like it's a little anxious a little bit, but we still have to kind of get adjusted being back in the real world. Like seeing people walk is like, oh shoot, like people exist outside of the villa.
Yeah, like we're outside the bubble now. So
Trinity, what was it about the two of you that made you both keep choosing each other over and over despite what the villa threw at you?
Honestly, for me, I think it was genuinely like the personality. Like, obviously, I've always thought he was attractive and, he was smart and funny. But when I really got to know him and, like, from the outside looking in, I was like, oh, like, he has more to him than kind of what it seems on the outside.
Yikes.
So, like, when I just continue to have more conversations with him, like, I, like, start to realize, like, we're very compatible. And I'm like, I want to work this out instead of kind of try other people and, like, see it through compared to, like, how dating is in the real world where people just kind of see other options.
Well, Bryce, I mean, you two also had some really public conversations about topics that a lot of people would have in private. You talked about the 7-year age gap between the two of you. You talked about the fact that it's an interracial romance as well. Why do you think those conversations seem to have resonated so much with people who are watching and voting?
Well, I think it's like, especially like the age gap thing is always like, it's kind of a sensitive topic for a lot of people. And like, I think ultimately after, talking to her for so long, I realized, in my opinion, she was the most mature person on the show. And I felt like so comfortable with her and like our laughter. She understood like her level of comedy and everything just showed like she was just like so intelligent and like so beyond her age that like, the age gap ended up just like completely disappearing in my mind. So it was honestly like really special.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, like the age gap thing, I honestly forget. Honestly, it's like you don't even think about it. I feel like we're so similar and so alike that that's like in the back of my mind. And I honestly see it as like a positive thing because he can be very funny. He can be like, I don't want to say childish, but you can be like.
I have my moments for sure.
Yeah, you can have your moments, but when it's time to like be serious and have those conversations, he knows exactly what to say. Like he gives the best advice, and I think like, what more can you ask? So it's perfect for me.
Trinity, you know there's skeptics out there, there are doubters out there. What would you say to people who are like, can you really fall in love in 6 weeks on an island, cut off from the world?
Honestly, yeah. For me, honestly. Because we've like been around each other for 6 weeks, we're around each other all day, 24 hours. We're having intimate conversations that, you know, sometimes you don't see. We have those really heart-to-heart moments. Genuinely, I feel like if you could be around somebody that long and you think that you won't fall in love or like love somebody, like that's kind of insane. Like, and then we're so alike that it's like we're always in sync. So genuinely, like just being around him and like getting to know him and the little sweet gestures and the things that he does, like it definitely made me fall for him like hard.
Well, listen, I'll be honest with you. We've been watching you in the monitor. Like you guys have been all over each other for the last half hour or so, and the way that you look at each other, it looks like you're into each other. What's next? Where does all of this go from here? I know you're from Virginia. You going back there? You two going to move in together? What happens now?
Well, honestly, this is like my first time out, like being outside of Virginia, like in LA and like being around. So I definitely want to kind of explore LA more and see how I like it. But Virginia, they not seeing me for too long. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be there for too long. But I definitely want to be wherever Bryce is, that's for sure. Like I don't like being away from him. I get like a little separation anxiety.
I know, it's crazy. Like it's something we weren't anticipating. It was just like how much like our connection has like affected us outside of here too. It's like anytime she's even like, oh, I'm gonna go run this errand. I'm like, where's she going? Like I'm like my heart rate started. I'm like, what's going on right now? Because it's like, you know, you spend 24 hours with each other every day for like almost 50 days straight. Yeah. And you know, it's just like.
You gotta be around.
And it's an emotional thing, the whole show. It's not like, you know, there's a lot of highs, there's a lot of happiness, but there's a lot of like intensity, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of pressure. And like, you know, one thing that brings us closer is that comfort that in those moments that we look at each other, like in those challenges and all these like things that like I can confide in her and feel like safe. And it's like, like bringing that in the real world, it's almost like, I feel like life is the challenge and we're like, you know, confiding in each other, so.
Thank you both. I know you just landed, so we appreciate you taking some time to talk to us. Brittany, we're pulling for you. We'll check back in and enjoy all this newfound fame and success.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes, folks. Their journey not over. The Love Island USA reunion. It is coming to Peacock on August 31st. Until then, you can catch up on the drama, or you can relive the drama because the entire season is also streaming there as well. Al?
Thank you, Craig. Record highs in the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, on into the Great Lakes, flooding continuing down through Texas, monsoonal moisture in the Southwest, sunny skies up and down the West Coast. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. And that's your latest weather.
All right.
Craig loves love, don't you?
I love love. I'm okay with a little lust sometimes.
Okay.
Excuse me? I'm joking.
All right, still ahead. Lupita Nyong'o, John Bernthal are here, fresh from the big NYC premiere of The Odyssey. We're going to sit down with them right after your local news.
We're back, 8:30 on a hump day, Wednesday morning, saying hello to this happy crowd here in Rockefeller Plaza. Dylan's joined the party, Chanel's joined the party. How's the crowd feeling? We good? Down there? You good?
I just saw 3 more Bon Jovi signs. Everybody's going. I love
so
it.
many.
So
How
fun.
fun is that?
All right, guys, the signs are here, but look who else is here. One of our favorites, Martha Stewart, ladies and gentlemen, cooking up something special from her restaurant. It's called the Bedford, modeled after her 1925 farmhouse by the same name in Bedford, New York. She's got the perfect meal today. It's a delicious burger. There's rib meat, there's chuck, there's brisket.
Oh, yeah, but just the perfect
and there's
blend.
a cocktail to wash it all down.
Oh, now you're talking.
And it's in the shape of a square, so Yeah, even what does better. that mean? Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out.
It's like a White Castle,
Special.
only elevated.
Yeah,
Or a Wendy's burger.
Or a
too.
Wendy's.
That's true, yeah.
All the square burgers. Okay, coming up on the third hour, we are celebrating a milestone for a weather icon. No, not Al. We're talking Jim Cantori.
Yes.
He's going to be here to mark 40 years of forecast, hurricanes, and thunder snow at the Weather Channel. Oh, my goodness.
But is that going to be on the Emmy-nominated third hour?
There you go.
Yes.
Emmy nominated.
It is.
Yes, we are. Thank you for clarifying.
Well, what's coming up on the Emmy-nominated?
Well, I tell you what,
it's just a family affair around here. Don't miss the fourth hour. We'll be chatting with legendary actress Mary Steenburgen about her new pickleball comedy. Are you still playing pickleball? Not really.
Okay, great. What about you, Carson?
No,
Okay,
it was
that's
the
great.
fastest
Still
growing
drinking
sport.
rosé.
back
Glad I
then.
asked.
Yeah, exactly.
They gave it up for Mahjong.
2 months.
It's Mahjong.
We've tried.
Oh, it's Mahjong now. We've moved on to something more physical.
It's a little bit more of a risk sport.
Yes. We're also going to talk, Carson, about her longtime marriage to Ted Danson.
That's right.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, plus we are celebrating a baby boom on our show.
Oh.
3 of our staffers are going to show off their maternity style with the help of Anne Hathaway stylist Erin Walsh.
There's definitely something in the water here.
There's 3,
Oh, there's a
there's
baby boom.
Three staffers that are pregnant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Erin Walsh is styling Anne Hathaway, who is pregnant.
Exactly.
Yes. I love it. Okay, much to look forward to on all these Emmy-nominated hours. But first, we'll check the weather.
All right, let's see what we've got as we look ahead toward the weekend. Now we're at hump day. Nice day in the Northeast on Friday. Hot and humid in the midsection of the country, quite hot out west. We get to Saturday, look for showers and storms moving into the Northeast, Great Lakes. Hot, steamy as you get into the midsection of the country. More monsoonal moisture in the southwest. Sunday, a few storms in the southeast. The heat wave continues. Midsection of the country, more wet weather in the southwest. Hot in the Pacific Northwest. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Well, somebody's double digits. What's your name?
Eva.
Eva. Well, very good. Happy birthday. And how does it feel to be double digits?
Amazing.
Amazing. All right, there you go. Thanks so much. Happy birthday, dear. Oh, Mr. Melvin.
Roker, thank you, sir. Just ahead, our week-long countdown to the Odyssey rolls on with these 2 talented stars of the film, Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o, Emmy winner John Bernthal. We'll talk to them. But first, this is Today on NBC. We are back with an epic red carpet event last night. There they are, the stars of the Odyssey at their New York City premiere. Our cameras were right there for the big event that included the cast, special guests. They even trotted out a Trojan horse. The horse stood some 40 feet tall. It weighed 4 tons. And fresh from that premiere, look who's up early this morning. 2 more stars of the film itself, Lupita Nyong'o, John Bernthal. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
I mean, we've been talking about it for a while now. The Odyssey was quite the odyssey to actually create, to get on the film, but it is a cinematic masterpiece. And apparently, Christopher Nolan broke one of his rules when he cast you. I read that he actually wrote this thing, created this thing in his mind with you in mind for the character.
Yeah. He told me that. I didn't know that he didn't write with specific actors in mind. So when I met with him to discuss his next movie and what role he wanted me to play, he told me that, and which is a high compliment, of course. and yeah, I was very, very honored to play both Helen and Clytemnestra in this movie.
And you said yes on the spot.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He wanted me to read the script first, and I was like, no, it's a yes.
Yeah.
I'll read it, but as a formality. But
Yeah,
it's
I don't need to see your words, Christopher Nolan. How about you, John? Was it like immediately when he pitched
He definitely
you?
did not have me in mind. No, I'm just joking. But no, absolutely the same. He's singular. He's one-on-one. He's doing the very thing that I believe he was put on this earth to do. And you jump at a chance to work with somebody like him.
Some astute fans of yours have noticed something about you over the years. And I don't know if you've heard this or seen this. So I want to play just a quick clip to show you what I'm talking about. Take a look, take a listen.
Else, man.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you what, girl. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what I think.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I tell you what, man.
Something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Like, how did that start? Is it scripted? Do you just ad-lib this?
Yeah, I think it definitely started with Walking Dead. I think it definitely started scripted and then probably snuck its way in, with other writers. But I will absolutely tell you, on this project, on this set, with this script, you say what's written.
Okay,
so you're gonna have to talk to the man about that.
So there's we don't get one of those in the Odyssey.
No, I'm not throwing that in there.
Okay.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. If it's in there, it's his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Nolan would not script that. Lupita. Oh, maybe, okay.
You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Leave it at that. Yeah.
Lupita, we were just talking about the fact that this is like the second time in the last few years where you've taken on two characters.
Yes.
We don't want to give away too much. We're not going to show an image of the characters. But this is like a thing for you. And in this particular film, you're playing someone who's traditionally not thought to necessarily look like you. Tell me about this opportunity to sort of change the narrative there, to change the face of this particular character.
Well, I think that with any adaptation, it takes on the vision of the adapter. So in this case, Chris was taking on this age-old text that has been adapted a number of times, and it is a reflection of our times, The point of an adaptation is to say something new with an old material. And so I don't know what the inner reasons were for him casting me, but I do think it was a courageous and beautiful thing, and I'm just honored to play it.
Well, as someone who saw the film, you played it beautifully.
Thank you.
You played it beautifully. You, like a lot of folks in this film, John, you had to grow out a little bit of the. He wasn't letting guys use prosthetics. I hear you actually had to go with the beard.
Yeah.
Was everyone a fan of the beard? Like when you would come home in character, were they like, "Oh, wow, that's so handsome"?
No. And
no hair.
Yeah, nor the shaved head. So Chris got me with the double whammy with my wife. Yeah.
What'd she say? I mean, was she
not a fan of the beard at all? And it was a couple projects in a row that I went with the beard. So, and that was a big beard too. So yeah, no bueno in my home. Yeah.
There's also this fantastic scene in the film inside the Trojan horse, and when I watched it, I was a little anxious for you. How close were all of you inside that horse, and for how long?
Look, I think the palpability of the danger and the hardship and the struggle, I don't know that I've ever felt it as much as in watching this film. And people talk about how hard it is on these sets and the enormous fidelity to Chris and the lengths that people go to. No one's working as hard as he is there, but it's real. It was not comfortable in there. It was not easy. There was not a single easy day. And honestly, I don't think any of us would have had it any other way. I think you go into something like this with a guy like Chris, and you're ready to give absolutely everything you have, and I think it really shows. But no, there was nothing comfortable about that horse.
Lupita, really quickly, you pointed out that this is a modern adaptation of a classic. Is there another classic that you would actually consider remaking? Is there something in your mind you're like, you know what, we should do a modern take on this story?
Oh, wow, that's such a good question. I've always been attracted to the story of Amanirenas, who was a queen, an African queen who ruled over a very big chunk of the continent at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would like to see that on camera.
We call that manifestation here. All
Let's
right.
go.
John, Lupita, congratulations, first of all. Thank you. Thanks for getting up early after what I know was a late night at the premiere. John, we're going to chat more with you in the third hour because Lupita said she had to go home and take a nap. Tomorrow, Anne Hathaway and Tom Holland will be here live as well. And a reminder, your daily reminder, in fact, The Odyssey is from our sister company, Universal Pictures. It opens in theaters nationwide on Friday. We're going to be back with Pop Start and much more on this busy Wednesday morning. But first, this is Today on NBC.
We're back. Carson, time for Pop Start.
All right, let's get right to it, guys. Cat's Eye, the global girl group, is on top of the world with a sold-out tour and a Grammy nomination for Best New Artist. The pop stars are now the subject of a new documentary. Cat's Eye Wild Hearts will feature never-before-seen footage of the group's whirlwind journey to success, and we've got a Pop Star exclusive look at the trailer.
How did we get to this point so quickly?
It takes a lot. Sweat, tears.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bro. We always had that chaoticness. I'm ready.
How about that, guys?
Cool.
I saw them at Gov Ball. They were great.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
You're
So
so
fun. Cat's Eye, London dragged me there. Wild Hearts will be released in theaters on August 12th. Tickets are on sale now. And by the way, Friday, August 14th, you can see everything that I saw at Gov Ball, what I loved about Cat's Eye, right here in our plaza.
How
You don't have to
great
go
is that?
anywhere. That's going to be a wild one. So come on down if you're in the New York area, Friday, August 14th. Next up, Tony. What? Next up, Tony. All right, a look at a new. Where did this story come from? I love it. It's happening today.
So smooth.
Anthony Bourdain biopic is out this morning. Holdover star Dominic Sessa is going to take on the lead role of the late great chef, with the movie taking place during his early years in the kitchen. We got a sneak peek for you here. The cast, which also includes Antonio Banderas, dive into the importance of the story.
The movie captures the moment he discovers that he has a passion for food and makes a decision that it's going to be a part of his life.
Let me teach you this.
I was reminded.
It's a story of somebody curious and hoping to learn.
This experience inspired him to understand who he was. That gives you a real feeling of hope.
Personal.
All right, Tony from A24 will hit theaters August 7th. Let's see what we got next.
Yeah.
A24.
All right, Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, yeah.
This one I'm prepared for. The band getting back together for more songs that are sure to get stuck in your head. Well, while Christmas is still months away, the Chipmunks may be back sooner than you think. According to the Wall Street Journal, a revival for the tiny boy band is in the works, including digital short-form content and a movie. Now, the idea here is for the Chipmunks to become influencers, posting songs and reactions to social media.
Show.
We last saw Alvin, Simon, and Theodore on the big screen way back in 2015. This all comes, of course, as a lead-up to the Chipmunks' 70th anniversary. That's in 2028.
Anyone have that?
Which is also in the LA Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have the Chipmunks
First
shirt.
album I ever purchased,
Yeah, I do remember that.
1964. Alvin and the Chipmunks sing the Beatles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I bought it with
There's a
lawnmower
combo.
money.
You can put that on eBay right now.
That's right.
Next up, The Big Break. That's Golf Channel's reality competition series. It's returning for a 24th season. The show originally ran from 2003 to 2015. It's now back to find the next big name in golf. It's hosted by Bachelor star Wells Adams and Golf Channel personality Blair O'Neill. Here's a Pop Star exclusive peek at the trailer.
Golf Channel's hit series is back.
The Big Break. 12 contestants dream of playing on the PGA Tour.
Anything can happen, right?
2 captains will help them get there. Come on, baby.
That's exciting. 1 will get their big break.
All right, the show's winner's going to earn an exemption into the PGA Tour's Good Championship in November. Big Break premieres on the Golf Channel August 25th. You know who came from Big Break? We got 6-time PGA Tour winner Tony Finau. Wow. Who was on that show in 2009. He actually lost in the finale, turned pro, and now he's a huge star.
How amazing.
Maybe
You
that'll
really
happen
do
again.
study for Pop Star.
I do, guys. I'm so happy to have this
It's
job.
what he does.
I love it. I'm happy to be here.
You know
We're
what?
happy
That's
you're
incredible.
here.
Look at
He
these.
asked the best questions.
He's the best.
He does ask the best questions, and he preps for the cooking
Guys,
segments. And you
I
better when
love it.
Martha's here.
Oh, yes.
Because she knows what's what. She's grilling square burgers on the plaza. It's the Martha way. You know they're extra special. Must
Look at the
have recipe
bread. Ooh,
for your
what's
next
she
trip.
drinking?
Oh, Martha.
Oh.
Martha.
Every time she's here, we're calling Ubers home. Every time.
That looks good, whatever.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.